Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmaids.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Happy New Year. I'm really excited to be with you guys today sharing my January Club Quitabug free card kit. I think you're going to love it. It's super cute and it features some of the new product in the 2017 Occasions catalog. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll tell you all the details as we go, and let's take a look at this month's kit. Alright, so this month's featured stamp set is Sealed with Love. This is from the New Occasions catalog. I absolutely love this stamp set. It has so many images. I love the different fonts. I love all of the sentiments and just some really great images, like I said, that you can use with your projects. I absolutely love this set. So you're going to need the stamp set. This won't be available until January the 4th. So I'm posting this video on the 2nd, so you've still got a few days and a couple of days before the stamp set is actually available. And then our ink colors for this month are Real Red and Pool Party. So if you're familiar with Club Quitabug, let me just remind you in case you're not familiar, but the way that it works is all you have to do to be a club member is spend a minimum of $35 before shipping and tax in my online Stampin' Up! Store using the coordinating host code for this month, which I have posted on the screen. Once you do that, you're automatically a club member and you will get a free card kit in the mail from me. Now, this month is a little bit different because it's Sale-A-Bration. Okay, so if you spend $50 in my online store, not only will you get the free card kit, but you'll also get to choose a free Sale-A-Bration item as well. So it would be worth it to spend $50 this month instead of $35 so that you get your free card kit and you get some free product from Sale-A-Bration. So the only product that you really need to complete the projects are the stamp set and the 2 ink pads. But to be a club member, you don't have to purchase these items. You can purchase whatever you want as long as you spend a minimum of $35 before shipping and tax. However, I would recommend these 3 items since the club is built around these 3 things. And then I would, if you want to spend $50 so that you can get free Sale-A-Bration product, I would recommend going ahead and doing the bundle if you have a big shot. You save 10% on the stamp set and the framelits if you get them together, and then get your ink pads, and that'll put you at $58.75, and you'll be a club member to get the free card kit, plus you'll get to choose a free Sale-A-Bration item from the Sale-A-Bration catalog, okay? And this month's club kit will run from January 2nd through January 27th, 2017. So you have to place your order within those days in order to qualify for the club. All right, let's go ahead and let me show you what this month's projects look like. So here are this month's projects. So in your card kit that you'll receive from me, you will receive only the consumable supplies to make one of each of these projects. Okay, nothing will come pre-stamped for you, which is why you'll need that Sending Love or Sealed with Love stamp set. So this is card number 1. I love this card. So cute. Here's card number 2 that we're going to make, and this is actually one of the catalog cards from the Occasions catalog. And here's card number 3. Isn't that so cute? You can make these cute little envelopes using those framelits. Alright, so when you get your card kit from me, it's going to be packaged nice and neat for you guys. I've got everything organized inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this one up here. Alrighty. So everything will be nice and neat for you. And there's going to be a little bag on top. This little bag has all of the little wood embellishments as well as your metallic enamel heart there. And then you will find at the very back, you've got 3 Whisper White envelopes. And then you also have the full color PDF with your measurements for your projects as well as all of the supplies that I used listed on the back in case you want to order more materials to make more of these projects after you finish the kit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to make card number 1. Okay, so I've got all of my materials for card number 1, so let's go ahead and start getting some of these things assembled here. So I'm going to start with my Real Red card base, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold this over. This will not come pre-scored for you. You will just have to crease it and score it yourself. Okay, there we go. Next, I'm going to take my Pool Party cardstock and my Designer Series paper. This is the polka dot pattern from the Designer Series paper. This is from the New Occasions catalog. It's the Sealed with Love Designer Series paper, I think. Something like that. I'll put it on the screen. But this is the polka dot piece. You'll either get the red polka dots in your kit or you'll get the hearts. Either one looks super cute, so it doesn't matter. I just did that to maximize the supplies when making the kits. But you could use the opposite side if you want to, but I'm going to go with the polka dots. So I'm going to use my Fast Fuse. You will need some adhesive. This is my favorite. Okay, and I'm just going to add that right onto the front here, like so. Okay, perfect. Then you've got a piece of this real red ribbon, and you're going to want to add this, let's see, about 1.5 inches in on this layer here. And I'm just going to, you've got a little bit left, a little bit extra, because we're going to tie a little bow. So I've just flipped this over and I'm adding just a little bit of Fast Fuse to the back. And I'm just going to put this little end here right in my adhesive, just like that. Let's see, line it up, flip it over, get that little end in my adhesive, and then I'm just going to use some scissors to snip that off. Okay, that looks cute. Make sure that's straight. Okay, and now we can add this layer onto the front of our card. Again, I'm just going to use Fast Fuse. Alright, so before I add my bow, I want to add some of these other pieces. So you've got this gold foil heart in your kit. I'm just going to take some Fast Fuse and add this right about, let's see, right about here on the card. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to take this little blue heart. You may find some little pieces still stuck in your die cut. You can just pop those right out. I'm just using my paper piercer here. Pop those out. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to adhere this heart on like that. And I'm going to use my fine tip glue to just add a little bit of adhesive onto the back. Okay, and with the fine tip glue, you do want to just press and hold for a minute to give it a chance to stick. Okay, so while that heart dries, I want to go ahead and do a little bit of stamping. So you've got this Whisper White piece in your kit. I'm going to take out my Real Red, so go ahead and get your Real Red out. And we're going to stamp Love Note onto this little strip. And I'm going to put it sort of in the center. I'm going to stamp in the center. I've got something here. Let me see. There we go. Okay, ink that again. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp right in the center of my strip here. Right there should be good. Perfect. Cute. So now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to flag the end of my little banner here. Just like that. Okay, and then I want to tuck this under this corner right here. Let me get my paper piercer. I want to tuck it right underneath this corner of my heart. So I might need to snip off a little bit more of this side. So let's cut this down. Okay, let me see. Yep, I want it just like that. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take that out, add a little bit of Fast Fuse to the back, and we'll just slip that right underneath, just like that. That looks good. Okay, and now in your little bag of embellishments, go ahead and take out the heart that's got the little images on it. this little heart right here, take that one out and use a couple of glue dots on the back to adhere this down. There we go. And you just want to add this heart right about, let's see, right about there. Okay, just like that. That's so cute. I love this card. Okay, so now we can take our ribbon and we're just going to tie, you should have more than enough. We're just going to tie a little bow. Just going to loop this through. Okay, just like that, and that cute. And that's gonna go right on top of our ribbon. And I'm just gonna snip off these ends, make it just a little bit shorter. Okay, I think that looks good. Yep, and it's gonna go right there. So I'm just gonna use another glue dot. But I'm gonna bring in my paper piercer and just roll this glue dot up, just like that. Add it onto the back, and now add it right here. All right, so that finishes up card number 1. I love this card, you guys. I hope that you like it. So pretty. So let me just bring in my original. Okay, so there we go. All right, well, let's get started and let's work on card number 2. Okay, so I've got my supplies here for card number 2. This card base does come pre-scored for you. All you have to do is just give it a nice crease with your bone folder. Then I'm going to bring in some scrap paper because we're going to do just a little bit of background stamping on this piece. So we're going to take, let's see, this image right here from the stamp set, and I'm going to use my Pool Party ink pad, and we are going to just make a random background here using this image. So I'm just going to kind of stamp this all over the front of my card. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the die cut circle for this card and my Real Red ink, and we're going to stamp the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment here. Just stamp that right in the center of your circle. Just press and hold, let it absorb. Looks good. Okay, so now we can start assembling this card. So I've got a die cut piece of glassine paper here. I'm just gonna add some fast fuse to the back of that, and we'll just lay this down, let's see, right about there. Okay, then I'm going to take this red heart right here. This heart is actually meant to open up like that, but I want to cut the center of this heart out. I just want it to have an open frame. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut inside of the heart so that I can cut out the center heart. Okay, so you can save this and use this for another project, and now you'll just have this open frame like that, and we're going to add this onto the card. Okay, and then you've got this little heart, and this one's going to go on about right there, and then our circle will go about right there. Maybe a little higher up. Maybe like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to use, again, my fine tip glue to add these two circles down. All right, so now I'm going to take some dimensionals and just add them onto the back of my circle here. Whoop. Okay, and we'll just put the circle, whoop, we'll just pop this circle up right about, let's see, right about there, looks good. Okay, and then this little heart right here, we're going to bring in the Real Red ink and we're going to stamp the little heart image. Let me show you. We're going to stamp this little heart image right on top of our little red heart. So because this is photopolymer, it's really easy to see so that you can line it up and stamp it. Okay, just like that. And then we'll take it and just add a glue dot in that top corner. And we'll just put that little heart, oh, let's see, right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other little heart from my bag, this little small wooden heart. These are so cute. I love these little wooden embellishments. I'm just going to add a glue dot to that, and I'm going to put that little heart right here, just like that. And this is so cute. I love this card. Okay, so the last step is to take your basic black baker's twine. I'm just going to get the kinks out of mine so that it's a little bit straighter. Okay, just like that. And we're just going to tie a simple little bow in this twine. Okay, and I want the tails to hang sort of long on my bow. Just pull them, just a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that looks cute. And then I'm just going to add that right there with a glue dot. Put my bow. Okay. There we go. That finishes up card number 2. Bring in my original. Love this, you guys. I absolutely love the detail of this side. And you can pop these sides up. Let me show you. You can pop these little hearts up if you want to add a little bit more depth and dimension to this card. Just pop up those little hearts. So this is one of the dies that comes in the coordinating die set that goes with this stamp set. So pretty. I love that. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed card number 2. Let's go on to card number 3. All right, so I've got all of my supplies for card number 3. Our last card in this kit, so let's go ahead and get started. I want to do the stamping first, so I'm going to take out this little piece here and this square piece of Whisper White, and then we can set everything else to the side. And we are going to need our scratch paper again. So let's go ahead and start with this little piece and take out your Real Red, and we're going to stamp the little set of lips in the stamp set. I love this image. And we're going to stamp this towards the top. This is going to be our little love note here. So I'm going to stamp it towards the top full strength, kind of at an angle like that. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to stamp it the opposite angle hanging off the side without re-inking, so that we get a lighter shade of red. So cute, love that. Okay, then we can put away the Real Red. Okay, so now I'm bringing in my Pool Party ink, and we're just gonna do a little bit of background stamping on this piece of Whisper White, and we're gonna be stamping the solid heart image. And what I wanna do with this image is I'm going to ink it up stamp it off, stamp it on, ink it up, stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp it on again, but overlap the two hearts. So let me just show you, so that the two hearts sort of overlap each other just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do this all over my background. All right, and I'm just going to stamp my last heart here. Actually, I think I'm going to do one more up here at the top, right about here. Let's see, like that. Okay, I think that looks good. We are gonna need the pool party again in just a second, but let's go ahead and work on the rest of the card. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in the rest of my supplies. So this piece of real red cardstock has already been embossed for you using the Happy Heart textured embossing folder. And then you've also got a strip of Whisper White ribbon here. So we're going to be adding this ribbon towards the bottom. Our square will go right here, and then I want the ribbon to be about right here is where I want my ribbon. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip over this piece and add a little bit of fast fuse to the back, sort of how we did on our first card. Just gonna lay this, just the end in my adhesive, and wrap it around. And I've given you lots of ribbon because we need to tie a little knot on the front as well. Okay, so just clip that off. So we've got something like this. And since this piece is embossed, you do want to put adhesive all the way around so that your layer does not lift on the edges. All right, so I've got my layers added onto the front, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and this little heart envelope, we're going to go ahead and fold this one up. Just fold this one up, and this one's going to get sealed shut. So just fold in the side flaps, fold up the top, fold the bottom up to the top, and then we're going to fold the top over. And I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive. Okay, adhere that one down, adhere that down, and then we'll just seal this up, just like that. Okay, there's our top one. Then for, or this envelope will go on the bottom, right here at an angle. Then for this envelope, we're going to fold the polka dot side in. Okay, and this one will stay open because we're going to put our little love note in there. Fold that in. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then this little envelope will sit, let me just fold this back. This little envelope is going to sit like that. This one will go right here, just like that. And then our little note will be inside. Now you can leave your note loose inside or you can adhere it. It's up to you. I think I want to go ahead and just put a little bit of adhesive. I don't really want my note coming out. I'm just going to put a little adhesive in there. Just put it down like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and adhere our little envelopes down. Just put this one right about there. Okay, and then add this one. I'll add this one right about there. Okay, and then in your little embellishment bag, you've got 2 pieces left. Okay, you've got your enamel heart, and then you've got your wooden heart. This heart is going to go across the 2 envelopes like that, but we need to leave room down here for our sentiment. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to take out my Pool Party ink again, and we're going to stamp the hugs and kisses sentiment full strength in Pool Party ink, just right down here at the bottom. I'm going to stamp it, let's see, right here. And you could stamp it in the real red if you'd like. I just stamped it just like that in the Pool Party. And let me just give you guys a quick close-up just so you can see how that Pool Party looks up close. I love how this looks with the red, and I love how light the background is. So cute. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up this card. So I'm going to add my wooden heart embellishment, and I'm going to use some Tombow Mono liquid glue. This time, instead of my fine tip glue, I'm just going to add this on. Okay, so this card base does come pre-scored for you guys. Since this is the thick Whisper White, I do pre-score this one for you. I'm just going to give this a nice crease with my bone folder. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the last pieces to this card. So you've got your leftover piece of Whisper White ribbon. Go ahead and just tie that in a quick knot. Nothing fancy, just a little knot. Let's see. Right here, just like that. Snip off those ends. Let me make this one a little shorter. There we go, cute. Okie dokie. And the last step is to add our enamel heart here. Let's pick that up. And I want it to be right there, just like that. Okay, so that finishes up card number 3. I love this card. I love all 3 of these cards. I just think they are fantastic. Okay, so let's bring in our original. I hope you guys enjoyed the last and final card in my January Club Quitabug free card kit. So now let's just see if we can get all of the projects. Bring all of them in. So here was card number 2. Just like that. Okay, and then we've got card number 1 right here. Okay, I love these cards, you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to receive your free card kits. Remember, all you have to do in order to receive your free card kit is place a minimum $35 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. I have a direct link to my shop just below the video in the description notes. And be sure to use the coordinating host code. That's going to be the only way that I know that your order is being placed so that you can be a Club Quitabug member for the month of January. And then you'll receive from me as a free gift your card kit, which will come nicely packaged just for you. And if you are a new member, you will also receive a copy of the New Occasions and Sale-A-Bration mini catalog with your card kit when it is shipped to you. And then just remember, if you place a $50 order with me, not only will you get the free card kit, but you'll also get to choose a free item from the Sale-A-Bration catalog with your purchase. So I've got all of this information about Club Quitabug over on today's coordinating blog post. It's linked just below the video in the description notes. You can click there to read all of that information. I know I've given you guys a lot of information today. Also, if you have any questions about how Club Quitabug works, feel free to email me at quitabughandmaids@gmail.com. I've also posted my email address just below the video as well for you guys. So thanks again. I'm so excited about this month. I'm so excited about the new catalog, and I look forward to seeing you in Club Quitabug. Bye now.